right after he hits that, he goes, "Nickname's not an accident."
He did not say that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Foreplay, presented by Barstool Sports and brought to you by Chevy.
Great company.
Chevrolet. It's the Trent and Frankie show right now, live from PGA National in Florida, the great state of Florida, Trent's new home.
Yeah, I live here now, and I've been here. So we got back from Hawaii, and I've really been here for about a week and a half straight without having to travel. I love it down here. I really love it down here. It's a great spot. The weather is fantastic. One thing I've noticed about Florida, there's a lot of strip malls, which I'm not opposed to, but they're very
And strippers.
No, the strip malls are very literal in terms of like what stores are in them. It'll just say in big red letters salon, or it'll say pizza or laundromat. It's very straightforward. Like, I think it's because the old people live down here and they want to see, like, I need to go to the laundromat or I want pizza. You can't have it be named Tony's Sicilian shop.
Right.
It's just they gotta squint their eyes and be like, I want pizza, and it says pizza.
I've often said that they made Publix be Publix because they would have added that S sound anyway, the old people.
Oh, true.
Walmarts. Barstools, Kroger's.
We do get Barstools a lot.
Oh, you're at Barstools?
You still working at Barstools?
Why do they throw an S on everything? Why does it have to be multiple?
I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, Publix is. I've been to a bunch of Publix now.
If they named it Public, it would have been Publix anyway.
Right. There's really a lot of old people down here, but I'm not opposed to it because it's very quiet. I moved from New York City down to Florida, and the level of how quiet it is stunning.
Chevy Equinox EV helps you get the distance you're looking for with an available EPA estimated 319 miles of range on a full charge. Actual range may vary based on several factors. We're talking 17.7-inch diagonal, standard touchscreen display. This is the best in class, by the way. We love the Equinox EV. This thing's a phenomenal machine.
Equinox EV is really, really top of its class. Even the Silverado we saw out here.
That thing was awesome.
At the event.
At the Bear Trap.
Yep, we had it out here. So it was amazing. And the amount of people that are talking about these new EVs with Chevy, everyone at the event yesterday couldn't believe it. Like, just how amazing the car was. They were able to see it. They were able to get inside of it. And we talked about how far they can go on one charge. I know. Is this like over 300 miles?
319
miles. I was actually talking with one of the people at the event yesterday about it, and I'm like, how much more do you want? Because he's like, oh, you never know with the EVs. Like, what if you get stuck on a long road trip? I'm like, where are you going? 319 miles? Like, that's everywhere you need to go before recharging that.
That's a long time. I think the Silverado, they were saying the Silverado EV is like over 400.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Equinox EV also offers a roomy, no compromises interior with ample cargo room and convenient storage solutions. The Equinox EV accommodates with comfortable seating for up to 5 people. Head on over to Chevy.com/Equinox EV to check out product info, lease offers, and amazing deals. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
I've got a problem with this hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. We're here at PGA National.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're having a great event. We'll talk about it in a little bit. We're with the good guys. We're having a For Good charity event. We went live on Sunday. We'll get to that. We're here at the PGA National Resort. Beautiful. First time I've ever been here. It's an absolute factory. Just people golfing all over the place. A lot of people here, so it's a big venue. They've got a lot of ballrooms and events going on and all this stuff. It's a great place, a happening place, a lot of good restaurants, great rooms.
I think there's 5 golf courses.
Eight golf courses. If you look at the map, it's nuts how many golf holes are around this hotel. So
it's a lot of land.
Really, really great place to come visit and travel to. But, and this is a huge but, the showers. And this is not just a PGA National Resort issue. This is you were calling it an epidemic.
It is, because I think I've seen it with more and more hotels. It has to be, you save money this way. I don't know what it is, but explain what it is.
Who are the people that want half doors in the showers?
Makes no sense.
Show me one person that wants to shower with no door, blocking the water from destroying the bathroom floor. I got out of my shower this morning to the most soaked floor you have ever stepped on. It was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster. I couldn't even put my contacts in. It went into the next room. It was a sea of water.
It's also dangerous.
It's a nightmare. I'm tiptoeing around. It's splashing. I feel like I haven't even dried off. I still feel wet. Like when you get out of the shower, that's a very exposed, scary time. You're walking around. Things are dainty.
The shower curtain was undefeated, in my opinion.
We went from a curtain and then we went to glass, and it was like, whoa, this is nice. You could see the boobs up against it. You could do the whole entire thing. There's a lot of pros to the glass. Okay,
but it's got to be fully enclosed glass.
The curtain started to get a little dirty. It's it's sketchy. The curtain. The glass is great. Now we've moved to half glass. I can't even wrap my head around anyone that would want this. And it's not like there's a shortage of glass. This room has a door to get into the shower area. You could just take that door off and put it on the second side. You understand what I'm saying? In this footage, can you put what I'm seeing?
No, it's not good. And it really does seem like it's more prevalent in hotels now. I don't know if
Shame on you.
Yeah, if that's the style or, they're running out of glass. There's a worldwide glass shortage.
The shower's an issue. I showered up against the wall like I was like I was in a horror movie.
Yeah. No, it's not good. I can't imagine.
Dude, it's one of those showers. It's a rain shower, and then it also has the arm.
Yeah.
Like that you can kind of move it around.
Sure.
Get all in the crevices and stuff.
Yeah.
And I turned it on, and I didn't realize, it was hitting me in the chest, but everything was going out.
Yeah. Oh,
everything was going out.
You're just flooding your room.
And so it went to this next room, and for a day, it got ruined, the bathroom. It was on the carpet.
Yeah. It can't be.
You're in a room of moving water. We need to contain it.
Don't just put a towel down or
a few towels. The towel
towels.
doesn't do anything. The towel doesn't do anything.
You're still soaked in there.
Still that much?
Alex, you have no idea how soaked my floor was.
No, I don't, and I don't know why they do that. I wish we knew someone in the hotel industry to ask them, because it seems to be a thing. And it makes no sense, because the floor really does get absolutely soaked. People got to be falling way more than they were before. Shower curtain was the one. That makes the most sense. No water gets out, and everybody's safe. You're not falling butt ass naked onto the ground.
It doesn't look cool. Like there's no reason. There's no reason. Aside from that, great time down here at PGA National. We went live on Sunday, right at 1 p.m. That was amazing scheduling on our part.
Is there anything going on Sunday at 1 p.m.?
We went against the National Football League, which
most popular
the
league
entertainment industry has bent the knee to afternoon programming on Sundays.
It's true.
And we were like, why don't we go out there and see if people will watch us hit golf shots on a YouTube channel at 1 o'clock. But aside from the scheduling issue, it was an amazing, amazing time. I had so much fun. It was there was a draft. Also, this video is still live. It's still on like YouTube and Rumble and all the channels that you can watch us. It's on the Good channel, so make sure you go watch it. It's a long, long video, but there are some incredible moments. A lot of long putts, a lot of great shots from long distances, some great shots on par threes. Excuse me. And it came down to the end, so I don't want to spoil it too much. I know it's only been out for a couple days, so make sure you go watch that on both channels. And just a great time with the good guys always. I know that it feels like we were with them every single day now. We just got back from Hawaii, and now we have this event. But we really mesh well together with these guys.
We really do. I want to continue doing things.
Dinners are great. The drinks afterwards are fantastic. The conversation, like I said this yesterday, we had a little Q&A, but we didn't know how we were going to mesh with these guys. We didn't know if we'd be compatible, if we can be able to travel the world together, essentially, is what we're doing. And I think that it's gone completely the opposite of what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that we feel like we're best friends with these guys now.
Dude, and people forget we were circling each other for a long time.
A real long time.
And I remember they put out a podcast that had the title like, Could We Beat the Foreplay Guys? And that was the first time they even sort of acknowledged our existence. And then, now we do things with them every year, and it's gone really, really well.
Multiple times a year now. It's becoming fantastic. So yeah, and they've got a great crew, great behind the scenes. What they pulled off tech wise, I mean, Colin and Max, shout out to those guys.
They're great.
Incredible shit. I mean, they drove a cart down. They drove their equipment down 21 hours to get here, and they're going to drive it back.
It's a commitment.
That is a commitment. I know our guys all grind. They were all grinding on it. Everyone was on a camera. Brendan was on a drone.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was a great product, so make sure you go check it out.
I almost killed somebody.
Oh, my God. Dude, you got to play the audio. Have you heard my screech?
So, yes. Well, I've been avoiding the video because
You can't see the ball.
I really came way too close. I'm actually thrilled that you can't see the ball in the clip.
Inches. But also this person stood in the worst spot of all time.
No, but it was, I'll probably take more of the onus than the person standing there. I shouldn't have hit a ball, directly to my left, a snipe hook that almost killed somebody. But I watched someone watch the video, and I heard you scream.
It's hilarious.
You scream bloody murder. And yeah, it was not an exciting 3 minutes for me. I felt like, in my body, I felt like that was almost a really, really bad situation. And I'm glad that nobody got hurt. So,
dude, we almost lost a life, but we almost lost like everything with that swing.
I'm aware.
Like, that's how bad that was.
I'm aware.
Or how bad it could have been. Here, there it is.
I don't want to watch this.
Just listen to the...
Oh my God! Oh my! Oh, wow! Almost killed that one.
It's so bad.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Just listen.
Oh my God! Oh my!
So I was riding in a cart with Garrett, who's one of my favorite people on the planet. And
you came so close to killing this person.
I actually haven't watched it, and I don't think I will.
Dude.
My eyes are closed.
Dude. Wait a minute.
Dude, it's not good.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Look at where this person's standing, man.
Okay.
Like, that's Trent Ryan up there, dude. That ain't Tiger Woods.
And I made an announcement during the Q&A.
Look at this person.
During the Q&A that you referenced, I introduced myself. I said, my name's Trent Ryan with Barstool Golf. And I want to say to people, if you're going to be out there watching us, you have to watch out for shots of mine, whether it's left, whether it's right. Because, yeah, I'm not Tiger Woods. I shouldn't be playing in front of people. I am historically the worst golfer on YouTube. So, and she obviously doesn't know it. Shout out to the security that was out there.
Look how close this person is.
Dude, it's not. I know. It wasn't. Yeah. I would say it's 90% my fault.
Oh my God!
90% my fault. What?
I really thought you killed him. I thought you killed him.
No, and I was saying I was in a car with Garrett, and we just sat. After the shot, we got in the car, and there was a moment of silence, and he just goes, "I've been there." He said, "I've been there."
No. There's a difference between hitting someone and like you would have killed her.
No, but the feeling of my
you would have killed her.
Listen,
it would have went right through the head, and she would have stood there, and it would have been bad.
You're acting like I don't know that. Yeah, no, it was. I'm glad it missed. No one's ever been happier that it missed than me.
I'm very happy it missed too, but holy shit, was that funny?
Scary,
really scary.
That's what happens when you play in front of crowds. Normally anymore. When we play in front of crowds, because we've done it a decent amount. We did it at the Max Homa Scramble. We did it at the Desert Open with the good guys last year. I don't generally get nervous, and I wasn't nervous over that ball, but I just tried to hit it a little too hard, and I absolutely sniped it left.
Oh, man. That's worth the watch. Like, you got to go back and watch that. Luckily, you can't see much. But
huge. I'm thrilled that it ended up working out the way that it did. Because there is that moment where you pull it and you know that it's way left and you know that there's people in the crowd. And
this was instantaneous, though.
Frankie, a lot happens in that half a second.
Fast, dude.
Frankie screams, "Oh my God!" I'm thinking there's going to be a body over there, and I just looked over there, and luckily, honestly, to her credit, she didn't react at all.
She just slowly,
she just slowly backed up like nothing happened.
Well, yeah, her life flashed before her eyes. She had a lot going on, dude. She was seeing everything.
I did have just
high school memories.
Even knowing that nothing bad happened, I had a sense of dread for like an hour.
Yeah,
in my body. Dude, I just didn't feel right.
I got in my cart with Francis, and I looked at him and I said, "We just dodged something bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
No, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens when you have, it was great that people showed up. Thanks for coming out to the event. Thanks for buying tickets. But if there's a really bad golfer on the golf course, it's me, and I'm liable to hit somebody. So, next event, feel free to come out and watch us and just stay off to the side a little bit further than she was. Not her fault, but maybe be a little bit further away than that.
It's about that time again. The holidays are fast approaching, which is crazy to think about. And there's one place we couldn't recommend more for everyone on your list. G4 is our favorite online shopping destination for all things golf. Their 2024 gift guide includes all kinds of items for life on and off of the greens. They also have every type of shoe you could possibly ask for, from the true traditionalist to the very cool modern player. Their standout styles for any vibe that you are seeking. That's true, man. I got the new Gallivant Tours on, which are kind of this new leathery one. I think you do as well, Frankie.
Yep. I got the G112s.
G112s.
A lot of people out there today during the event were wearing these. These are just, G4 just has the most comfortable golf shoes. And yeah, they're great.
I saw a couple pair of the cross trainers out there, which are incredibly comfortable, a little bit more of their sneaker style. So they just got all kinds of options. I can't recommend G4 enough. You go to g4.com/4. You can get 10% off your first order, and you can just check out their entire list. You go on, you scroll through, their styles are awesome, the colors, the comfort, it's all phenomenal. So give them a visit, because gift giving is easy when you know where to look. That is g4.com/4 for 10% off your first order.
Great event. We'll be out here for the next 2 days, or we were out here today. So everyone that came to the event is playing the golf course today and tomorrow. It was amazing. There's some fantastic golfers out there. I know the leader going into the championship day on the championship course at PGA National is at 9 under. I think there's 2 teams at 9 under, a couple at 7. So really good golf. It was windy out there today. It was really hard. But yeah, it's just a great event, and I can't wait to keep doing more with these guys. Riggsy Boy's on his way.
Very nice.
Riggsy Boy played the Grove today.
Yeah.
With the Great One.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to talk about it.
I don't know. Are you allowed to talk about those places? Oh, there you go.
That's an insane golf course and player combo. Wayne Gretzky at the Grove, which I think it was Francis, who's also here on the trip with us. He might be popping in too from time to time. I don't know if he's going to be here in time, but I think Francis said that the Grove, aside from Augusta National, sells the most merchandise in their pro shop than any other golf course in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
like when
surprised
people
by that.
go there, they spend the most money out of any place.
It's interesting that you said that. I don't feel like I ever see people wearing that merch.
Yeah. I think it's a crazy number, like millions a month in that pro shop.
Yeah, but like Augusta does the same. And you throw a rock at a golf course and it would hit somebody wearing an Augusta National quarter zip. But the Grove, you don't.
No, you're starting to see that. It's a panther, right? Like jumping.
To be honest, I don't know what the logo is.
It's a panther, right?
That's how little I've seen it.
And it's like the Roman numerals 2300 or.
That's sick.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I guess if you're there, you're probably thinking, I'm never coming back here. So I'm going to buy as much merch as I possibly can.
Yeah. I talked to one of the guys at the event today. So he's going to go down there. He's going to spend $5,000 in the pro shop. He's going to buy Jordan shoes. He's going to buy everything. Everything he can. He's going to sell it to his buddies. He's just going to move the merch.
Wow.
The Yankees lost.
Yeah.
Yankees lost the World Series.
You watched the game with Mike Francesa.
Mike Francesa.
And your dad.
Yep. It was a hell of a night. Fever dream, really.
It was a great stream.
Yeah.
It made me want the series to go more games. I don't know if Francesa was going to stick around for the rest of them, but yeah, he's just, again, as a guy not from New York, I really didn't realize Francesa was as big of a deal as he was until I got hired at Barstool, and KFC is obviously a huge Francesa guy. But yeah, you guys are like starstruck by him.
Yeah, he's just such a icon, and he's so unique that like we have just made our lives. We've made him a part of our lives. Where every time something happens in sports, you just want to know what he has to say about it, and that's just what it is. Like you want to know what his reaction is going to be. What is he thinking? Who is he blaming? What is he seeing when he's watching the game? And it's just like, he's the sports pope. We take what he says as like the holy grail. And it was amazing to be able to watch a game, especially something that historic. Like, that was a historic meltdown in the 5th inning of the New York Yankees
So
game.
bad.
He couldn't believe it. I mean, he had the hands on the face. Oh, my God! His face was him saying, oh, my God. And it's just, me and my dad were legitimately hitting each other on the arm, being like, can you believe he's about to get going?
My favorite part was watching him argue with Tommy about, because the fan interference game had happened the night before, and Tommy has been very much on the side of the fan interfering just because it was a funny moment and it felt like it might be a spark for the Yankees. Ended up not being the case. But watching Tommy argue with Francesa about, because like Tommy was like, he was going for the ball. What's a big deal? And Francesa was like, what right does he have towards the ball?
What was that? Can we put are we allowed to put audio from another like radio show in this?
Yeah, I think we
WFAN, our guy Boomer Esiason, Gio, Greg Giannotti on WFAN. Gio has always done the greatest Mike Francesa impersonation of all time. And he talked about the stream the day after. And he had an amazing breakdown of the whole entire thing. I'll send it to you. You can put it in right now. I almost like want you to hear how funny this is.
Yeah.
But whatever, you'll hear it in post. And he describes perfectly that scenario of like Francesa, like his ears perk up when Tommy references like the Michael K show. And he's like, no, what was that? What was that? What are you saying? All right. He's just like, oh, they had who on the show? And Gio does such a good impersonation of it. But he's talking about how he was watching me and my dad watch Mike watch the game.
Right.
It was like 4 dimensions of like trying to watch this Yankees game.
But you could see Mike's ears perk up. You know, he's like, what did they say on that show? Who was on the show? Who was talking about that show? You know, so then I'm looking at Frankie Borelli's like smacking his dad. He's like, look, he's getting fired up over Mike. Okay, you know, like, this is perfect.
Oh, Frankie's
like,
stirring a drink over there.
Right. It's like, you know, when the polar bear wakes up at the zoo and jumps into the water, you're like, oh my God, he's swimming. Like, you know, like oh my God, he's getting activated. Like, we got to see this. Is it what did they say on the show? Who's on the show? Who's on the show? What did they say on the show? So then they go, oh, well, I called into the show because I was defending the 2 guys in the stands that were ripping the ball away from Mookie Betts, you know, and they were saying that they were animals and they should be kicked out of the stands. And he goes, you know what? They were right. You were wrong. Okay. Ban that guy. Get him out of here. He has no right to that ball. And then he starts screaming back and forth with this Tommy Smokes. It was, you know, it was fun. It was fun to watch for me, just knowing all the characters. And it's like it was knowing like guys. So Frankie Borelli, we played golf with on the Barstool 4Play pod and played Glen Oaks with him and Trent. So like, Frankie's a huge WFAN fan. He loves us. He loved Mike and the Mad Dog back in the day. But it was such an interesting experience that like here I am watching Mike watch the game, but I'm also watching Frankie and his dad watch Mike watch the game. Like they were there to watch Mike watch the game.
And you're kind of like time traveling.
It was just so strange, you know, like
through this. Yes.
Like they were like something would happen in the game, and they were like more interested in like, all right, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna say? Is he gonna erupt?
So that was iconic. But yeah, the Yankees fucking it's not good. It's not good to lose on fundamentals like that, right? Like to get out to that lead, 5-0. Judge hits a home run. The place is rocking. Jazz. It's everyone's kind of contributing. The guys that were quiet are now waking up.
Yeah.
You got Cole out there pitching a gem. Didn't give up a hit until the goddamn 5th inning. I don't think he did. And for it to just crumble like that, and now all the guys like Joe Kelly and all these guys are like, we knew that they were going to play Yankees baseball. I get it. They had a really bad fielding year, and the team wasn't built the right way and all this stuff. They made it to the World Series. They should have won Game 1, and I guess this is going to make their point. Like, errors ended up costing them Game 1. The Soto throw into second base. Ohtani goes to third. They get a sac fly. They take the lead. Like, little stupid things were actually ruining our chances to win. Should have won Game 1. Should have won Game 5. You ended up winning Game 4. You're right there. You're in the World Series. The team was great. Anyone that's shitting on this team is just a loser. Like, there was a great team. You make it to the World Series. Soto had a great postseason. Judge had a great regular season. He was ice cold until the end. It is what it is. I'm not going to get too hung up on it.
Are you ready for Soto to be a Met?
I'm not ready for that. No, I don't want the Mets to have any sort of success or happiness. So, no, I'm not going to be rooting for that.
Cohen's going to give him the biggest bag you've ever seen. He's just going to hand it to him.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if the Yankees just won't match.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
It's and then it's the other thing. It's like, do you pay one guy $700 million, or do you go out and get 4 or like 3 $250 million guys? You know.
Yeah.
And really bolster your lineup and get better and get a better catcher or better infielder. You know what I mean? Like really figure out what the issues were. But then you think about where the success was, and it was all Soto.
Right.
So do you even get there without Soto? Do you get through the playoffs without a Soto? I don't know. And luckily I don't have to make those decisions. Brian Cashman does. So it's tough. Real tough. You got to write a $700 million check. That's what they're saying. $700 million.
He's 25.
It's crazy money.
He hasn't even hit his prime yet.
The money has gotten so out of control.
I think about what you said a lot one time. You were like, when does the money stop?
$1 trillion?
Like in 20 years, are baseball players going to be making $1 trillion?
I don't know. At some
Is
point,
that
they got to hit a
inflation?
level. Yeah, it's just inflation, but it's going to a level that's not like the normal rate, the increase. You know what I mean? Like inflation, I feel like means if you keep making the same amount, inflation's going to go up by 5%, whatever the number is. Like you got to make more to keep up with that.
Right.
Of course, it's been getting crazy recently or whatever. We're not going to get into all that. But going from a guy the best baseball player, I think we broke this down on one of the podcasts, didn't we? Where we said what did the best player in 2010 make, and now the fact that they're making. So let's say it was $50 million. Now they're making $700 million.
Dude, I remember
that increase is astronomical. Even from a couple of years ago, the fact that guys are going to make $700, $800 million. A-Rod made what, $300 million, and that was the biggest deal of all time.
I remember when Manny was nearing the end of his career and he signed with the Dodgers for 2 years. And it was a 2-year, $40 million deal. And people were like, that right there is the richest man in the world. And now that is nothing in any of the sports, any of the big ones. NFL, MLB, NBA, that's absolutely nothing.
Living life in a golf cart is great. We do a little bit of golf cart talk later in the show. Easy Goes, baby. They are the MVP of golf carts. I've got one in Pinehurst. I love it. I love living in it. I love being in it more than anything in the world. It's got cool rims. It's fast. It's fun. Golf carts are great, and Easy Go does it better than anybody.
It's amazing. It's an amazing part of the game that we get to drive these little cars around the grass, and
it really
the wind
is.
gets to hit us.
It's fun.
There's no doors, and there's no windshields, and it's just it's a very fun experience.
It is.
It's an experience within the experience.
I agree. And you can see people out here, again, at this event that just bring their own Easy Goes to the golf course.
That's right. Yep.
The course has Easy Go golf carts, but then people have their own customized ones that they live in the area. They're like, I'm going to go play golf today over at PGA National. And they just hop in their Easy Go cart. Boom, they drive right here. It's a great life.
Barstool Classic, we trust Easy Go. Easy Go gives us our personalized golf carts. You can win a personalized golf cart, by the way. You can win your own. So all of you listening out there, you find folks that support the show. We appreciate it. All you got to do is go to barstoolclassic.com/EasyGoSweeps. Enter for a chance to win. That is barstoolclassic.com/EasyGoSweeps. And we're just giving away to one of our listeners. We're hooking them up with one of these bad boys. That is barstoolclassic.com/EasyGoSweeps. All you got to do, enter to win a brand new, awesome Easy Go Express S4.
All right, we are back, and we are now joined with by Francis.
I'm here.
Joined by Francis Ellis, one of our favorite people in this whole goddamn world.
That's so nice.
How are you?
Well, I'm well. I just want to make one thing clear, though. These sandals they look like they're the Hermes sandals. They're fake.
You know, as soon as you walked in, I thought to myself, those look like the Hermes sandals.
I had a feeling you would spot that and think, my God, what an unbelievably unnecessary purchase.
I have such bad fashion that I thought it was Hermes forever.
Yeah, I knew you'd think that.
Hermes.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize what you guys are talking about. I was like, it must be the one that I think is Hermes.
Hermes.
Hermes. God, imagine I said that Hermes. In the actual store.
What's that Kanye line where he talks about mispronouncing...
Isn't Hermes the winged messenger who has the wings on his feet from Greek mythology?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if Hermes is named for that figure. but it's definitely pronounced.
Those look like sandals that Jesus would wear in like Jerusalem. I hate them.
They're not great.
How much would those retail for if they were real?
If they were real, they're probably $1,000.
That's disgusting.
That's too much.
Those suck.
I'm ready to put my foot down and say that's too much.
I paid $40 for them.
Yeah, that's worth it.
From a street vendor.
Yep.
In Morocco.
Stimulating the economy.
Just wanted to make sure we got that out of the way.
It was the elephant in the room for sure. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I've noticed on your feet that you have a bunion.
You've pointed that out.
Yeah, I know. You got to get that shaved down. You're going to start experiencing some foot issues.
I got to tell you, on the list of things I need to do to my body, shaving down my bunions is pretty low. I got a couple other fixes and things I need to do first before I get to the bunion shaving.
Really? I feel like you're pretty well put together.
Oh, I know. I have problems. I have like joint issues.
I see.
Pain.
I overheard him. Someone came up to him and said, "Francis, you're looking good." He goes, "I'm lean. I'm lean right now."
No, they were trying to say you looked strong, and I was like, "That's not true. I haven't worked out and I haven't lifted weights in a little while.
Yeah,
a couple weeks.
You're above average though.
Well,
in terms of physique.
Thank you. This is weird. Can we go somewhere else?
Sure.
What else is new?
My hair's really long.
It is long. It's looking good though.
That's so sweet. Trent, you look great.
That's no. Nope.
Trent told me today that he thought his shirt was a little too small. I said, no, I don't think so. And he goes, one wash and one dry, and I'm throwing it out.
It's true. That's where I'm at with my shirt size. I'm right in between where if I throw an XL on, it's like, wow, that's a great looking shirt. One wash, one dry.
You got to hang it.
I'm a sausage casing.
You got to hang dry.
Do you ever just hang dry?
Won't shrink.
Never once. I've never once hung
Lay
dry.
it flat and dry it that way?
It will change. You'll save clothes because I'm sick of it too. I'm still clinging on to mediums and it's just not gonna work.
Well, yeah, you and our merch chat the other day finally ripped the Band-Aid off and said,
I was like,
by the way, just start sending me larges.
Yeah, and like let's not talk about it, but like larges is definitely the play here.
Frankie's an extra medium kind of guy.
Yeah, I am. But before I started hang drying,
yeah,
I would lose a shirt after one wear constantly.
I need an L.5. Does that exist?
You're talking about an extra? No, that you're talking about an extra medium.
Like the way they do it with,
but for large.
The way they do it with shoes, do it with shirts.
Large 0.5.
Yes, because I am in between. I'm right there.
Between large and XL.
One more up.
XL and XXL.
That's correct.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm right in between there, and the washing and the drying really does have an effect on it, but whatever.
There's that great comedian, the comedian who does the one-liners.
Mitch Hedberg?
No.
Stephen Wright?
He's got the Greek name.
Not Stavros.
No.
He's not a one-line guy.
But he's very, very funny with the bangs and the long hair, dark hair. Sort of
feta
long.
cheese.
What's going on over there?
He talks about how we should rename our sizing system. The fact that it goes from small, medium, large to extra large, and then it's just extra, extra large, extra, extra, extra large, whatever. He goes, it should be small, medium, large. Whoa.
No. No.
Holy shit.
Nope.
American.
No, because then
we gotta come up with what's that comic
Holy
name?
shit!
Somebody look
Dark
it up.
hair.
I'll take a blue.
He does
Holy
the drawings
shit!
And he plays the guitar. He's really, really great.
That would mean I'm a holy shit.
That's your words.
But in terms of that scale, that is what I am.
Angelo Sorakis?
No, it's not that. It's a famous comic. Dimitri Martin.
Very funny.
Really, really funny.
Wow. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my shirt sizes. It's not great. It's a me problem for sure, but it is what it is.
We went to a Mexican restaurant last night.
Rocco's Tacos.
And out of nowhere, I thought I saw this incredibly strange part of the menu that was so small right at the bottom that featured this hot stone that you could order your food. It came on a hot stone. And I thought it was going to be a thing where I kind of cooked my own stuff.
Yeah.
By putting it on the hot stone. But that's not what it was. It was a big hot bowl of stone. The bowl itself was hot.
So it just keeps your food hot.
Oh, it was so hot.
Dude, it was relentless.
It was so hot.
Relentlessly hot.
I just didn't know if there was some sort of sorcery at play. Frankie also ordered the hot soup bowl, stone bowl.
It was relentless is the only word I could use. Like you never got relief from the heat. You
Right,
never,
because I would argue
your steak was consistently 1,000 degrees for an hour.
I don't know what kind of stone they were using, but this thing.
You know what it was? You know when you get guac and it comes in that
yeah,
lava
I can
bowl?
picture it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because I would argue you want your food to cool off
You gotta get it.
because it comes out hot.
My thing was bubbling.
I know. I saw that.
Never
on your Insta
stopped
story.
bubbling. It did not stop
Scary.
bubbling. It was as if there was some sort of underground hot geothermal spring within the bowl.
I had a funny interaction with Noah Kahan in my DMs when I put that up because
Yeah.
I wrote something on that my caption was something like, "I'm gonna pay for this one later. This one's gonna come back with vengeance."
Yeah.
And he just wrote like, "Gosh, that one's gonna hurt, right?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." It's just like it definitely made an appearance. He goes, "It really never goes away. You know, like this stuff doesn't go away."
Yeah.
And it didn't.
He's right.
It didn't go away all day. I took 3 shits today.
Well, that is cool that he's DMing you, though. I
What a
like
star!
him a lot.
What a star! He's headlining. He just announced he's headlining something huge next year in London.
Wow.
Dude, like the Hyde Park. It's a massive festival.
Yep. That's their Central Park.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to London?
No,
Nope.
not once. I want to go badly though.
You know what they're really known for?
What?
For the cuisine?
What?
Their Indian food.
So when we went to Scotland, we went to our guy Trotty. He was like, well, "I got to take you to this Indian restaurant. It's the best Indian food you'll ever have," and he was right.
Adam
Why
Scott
is
was
that?
in there.
It's due to their immigration. There's
Okay.
a lot of immigrants in the United Kingdom from India, Pakistan, things like that, Bangladesh.
The Indian food was divine.
Hot.
It was so good.
spicy.
So
It's
in
really,
London, it's
really
the same
good.
way.
Yeah, that's the best. If you're only going to eat one ethnic cuisine while you're in London, if you're going to go to London and say, I don't want any British food, I only want to eat food from one country that has nothing to do with England,
Yeah,
choose India.
I love Indian food.
A lot of people make the mistake.
You're saying instead of going to an Italian restaurant, go to India.
Yeah, because a lot of people go to London and they say, I'm going to be here for 3 days. All I want to eat is Singaporean food. Or I'm only going to go to Thai restaurants.
Right.
And that they're wrong. They leave just, sort of bummed out because they then find out that it was actually Indian food the whole time. That's the type of mistake I could see you making, Trent.
Me?
Yep.
Why?
Well, every time you and I go anywhere, you say, I'm not touching the local cuisine. I'm going to eat whatever food has been imported.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm willing to try the local fare.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, we went.
Now I will at the end of the trip, and you've witnessed this a couple times. You certainly saw it in Hawaii, where once I'm at the end of a trip and I'm sort of just like ready to pack up my stuff and leave, I'll get McDonald's delivered.
Yeah, so that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
We went to Hawaii, which, is really known for sushi, fresh fish.
Yeah.
Amazing fish. They pull it right out of the ocean that day.
Yeah.
And you said, no, I'm going McDonald's.
But that was the last day.
Which, in a weird way, honors, I guess, the fact that they are American.
That's why I did it.
Is it?
No, but I had sushi. We had sushi the night before that, so I will try the local fare. I'm not scared of that.
Trent, he Uber Eats a family bag of McDonald's
Well, they only give you the big bags.
to our hotel.
I want to make that clear.
In Hawaii, and went to his room with glee. You skipped.
I do. I will normally. It has become almost like part of the way I operate, where the last night I'm by myself and I'm a pig in shit eating some sort of fast food.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
That sounds nice.
I love you guys. I love the trips we go on, but I like that we have given ourselves the freedom where when we want to just pull the ripcord and be by ourselves, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I like that we have that comfortability with each other.
That's a good point.
What are we thinking for tonight, food wise?
I don't know.
It's a good question. That's one of those things we're going to have to talk about later.
Really great restaurants here at PGA National. I thought that breakfast place today, that birdie spot was good. And that the Butcher's, what was it called?
Butcher
Steakhouse right here on property. Phenomenal.
Yep. I went with the bison steak.
You did.
That was a mistake. I don't think they have many bison around here. And I did not do what the Native Americans did, which is eat every part of the buffalo. I left a lot of it on the plate.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How's your golf game?
Pretty bad. We got to talk about this, Frankie. Frankie and I were out there today, just sort of shaking hands and making sure everyone was having a good time.
Yeah.
And we ran into two young people, and they asked us if we wanted to play a hole with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, sure, that'd be fun. And then they said, do you want to play for money? And it was a young man and a young woman.
Yeah.
And we said, oh, okay, sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, how much? And we said, I don't know, $10. And they said, okay, each.
Okay.
So they were really driving a hard bargain. They were defining the stakes. They didn't want it to be $5 each. They wanted it to be 10.
Okay.
Said, okay, fine, sure, whatever. We tee off and whatever. We do okay. And then actually Frankie hit his drive, I think, in the water.
Yep.
But we were doing a shamble, so it didn't really matter that much. They tee off. The young lady, even from the second she addressed the ball, I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah.
She addressed the ball as though she was one of the great golfers of our time.
Sure.
And she was wearing a cool outfit that fit perfectly. She was really cool. And she made birdie. And then we said, wow, okay.
Easiest birdie of all time, by the way.
It was a joke. It was
Yeah.
a joke, her birdie. And then she said double or nothing. Actually, Frankie said double or nothing on the next hole.
Yeah, because I felt like we had gotten swindled, and I wanted to maybe win
You
that
wanted
back.
to continue getting swindled.
Yeah, because we definitely got swindled.
I've never seen someone agree to double or nothing quicker than this couple. And actually, I don't think they're a couple, but they were
They were a team.
hustlers.
Yeah.
Hustler is the word for sure.
They were hustlers. They were like Woody Harrelson and the guy from White Men Can't Jump. Do you know that movie?
I do know that movie.
Sydney was the Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, where Wesley Snipes says, I'll challenge you guys to play basketball against me, and you can even pick my teammate. And the guys are like, you got Woody Harrelson sitting there looking like an absolute doofus, and they point to him, and he goes, me? Play basketball? And then it's because he's actually quite good.
Sure.
And this girl was like, oh, you want me to play golf? Oh, I never get to play.
Right.
Yeah, right. She was Michelle Wee.
She was on the LPGA last year.
She was on the LPGA. She played golf at Texas and is the single best golfer I've ever seen. Played the next hole, waxed us.
Her name is Rebecca Lee Bentham.
Wasn't sure if we were going to say her name. We have.
We just did it.
And we're doing that to warn you people out there. If you
She's
ever
an
run
incredible
into
golfer.
her.
This is all.
She did the
praise.
same thing to me. I was set up on a par 3,
Look at
shaking
this.
hands, and she was like, closest to the pin, $10 each, both of them. I stepped up, hit an okay shot, not great, didn't even hit the green actually. He stepped up, actually hit a bad one, might have been the hustle, and then she stepped up, almost made a hole in one.
I think
Almost put it in the hole.
She's one of the most impressive golfers I've ever seen.
I think he's the patsy. I think he's the guy that she plays with to set you up and lull you into a false sense of security. And you say, well, I can beat this guy. And then she comes along and beats your shit in.
Right.
Literally almost made a
They
hole
also
in one.
both posted the videos of us handing them $20.
Yeah.
on their
And
Instagrams.
tagged us
And tagged
on
us.
social media.
It was really mean.
At which point I realized,
We went to go
they
hand
do
them the money.
this.
They're like, hold on to that for a second while I break my phone out and we're going to film this. And I said, here's $20.
It made me angry.
Yeah. Incredible.
Made me.
They're tied for the lead going into tomorrow.
Makes sense.
9 under.
Mm-hmm.
Not easy. In a gross event, 9 under. Wow. Pretty good.
Yeah. So that was a real wake up call.
Shipsticks creates a stress-free travel experience for golfers. I had my own Shipsticks experience, by the way, this past weekend. I had to cut it very close getting here for the live stream. Me and Garrett are going to be the captains. We're drafting teams. I simply had to be here. So on Friday, from Pinehurst, North Carolina, Shipsticks rolled up, picked up my clubs, said these things will meet you on the driving range when you get to Florida on Sunday morning, so you don't have to go to the airport in West Palm, grind over your baggage coming out, figuring out where the oversized baggage is, all that. Legitimately, they mailed me a label.
Yep.
I used a little zip tie. I put it on my golf clubs in a travel case, set those golf clubs on the porch of my house, and then the next time that I saw them 2 days later, they were on the driving range waiting.
Incredible. This business is, I've become such a fan. I think that it is so impressive what they're able to do, and for the price that they offer, it is a no-brainer. This is an essential part of golf traveling. If you don't want to Shipsticks them there, Shipsticks them home. That is the ultimate thing to do. I'm doing that tomorrow.
It's a great call.
I am barely going to make our flight. I booked a flight way earlier than I would have been able to do it had I been bringing my golf clubs.
I'm glad you moved your flight up. That's good.
I moved my flight up. Yep, I'm getting like 3:30 is my flight. And if I had my bags, I wouldn't be able to do it because this event's going to end a little bit too late. The fact that I'm going to be able to run right into the airport, get on the plane, and then get in an Uber and get on my way home. I don't have to worry about my golf clubs. Shipsticks is the way to go. It's so easy. It's so simple. We're giving you a code to literally get, is it 20% off your first order?
We're giving you 20% off, baby.
That's huge. Try it out. I'm telling you right now. And I'm sure you worked with a guy named Jack Ryan. He
Phenomenal.
This guy's our Lord and Savior, by the way. He really is. This is what they bring. They bring, like when you're a valued customer to them, also you get this experience where you have it's like a white glove experience. You don't have to worry about anything. They're coming, picking up your clubs, and then you're also able to have a guy like Jack Ryan describe like, hey, this is where your bag's at. This is where it's going to be. Don't worry about a thing. I have the relationship with the golf course. I'll get it all done. This guy's working for you to make sure that your bag gets from your destination to destination A to B. That's all they care about. That's their job.
Here, contact them any day of the week, and you'll always reach a real person, which
that
is a
huge
treat in today's world.
And dude, like you don't have to worry about airports. You don't have to worry about connections. You don't have to worry about losing your golf clubs. They are going to take care of it, and it's not that premier or exclusive of a price. This is something that is attainable. You can do this. You can actually take your clubs and just give them to someone, and they will end up on the golf cart, not at the hotel. They'll be waiting for you at the range. That's amazing.
Shipsticks.com. That's all you got to do. Use the code FORE, F-O-R-E, 20% off your next shipment by just visiting shipsticks.com and use the code FORE.
We're back. Riggsy has now joined the crew. The first comeback was Francis joined the crew, and now Riggs is back from the Grove. We have been waiting anxiously to hear all about this experience, what it's like. It's one that we were talking about how I think Francis had said that it's like the number one grossing like pro shop or something like that.
I think
for
the
revenue.
pro shop does
That checks out.
in the country
That very
behind
much
Augusta.
checks out.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I went that crazy. I think I spent $550 in the pro shop.
Yeah.
So walk us through the whole experience.
Wow. So I was on the car ride home. I don't know how much you guys teased the whole thing, but
Not
Very
really.
little. We
Okay.
just said he's
Okay.
playing there.
So yeah, on the car ride home today, I was thinking a lot. It was like 35, 40 minutes back to PGA National. I was thinking a lot about, I was trying to come up with the number of rounds that I've played in my life. Probably 1,500. Wow. I mean, I don't know. Like at this point, we play a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And we don't play, because people try to ask a lot. They're like, how many rounds did you log last year? And you look into your gin, and we post almost everything on gin, but some get missed, just whatever you're drinking. Or sometimes on the we film videos, we don't want to post them because we don't want to ruin the video. So like some slip through the cracks, but it's like a little over 100 a year. I think I post into the gin, so it's a lot of fucking rounds of golf. Today was the coolest round of golf I've ever been a part of.
Oh,
Wow.
Damn.
And it wasn't like I've played, and I was not taking that lightly. I was like thinking about all the rounds I've played with my brother, with my dad, like walking around Pinehurst, Pebble Beach. We've been a part of some insane rounds, like even the Scramble rounds, even though you're not playing your own ball, you're like walking around throughout the round of golf, just being like, dude, I'm looking at Max Homa's got 1 foot inside of a bunker, 1 foot out,
Right.
trying to hit this shot. He's risking career ending injury to try to like tie this hole against us. This is so cool. We all have those moments where you like stop. And there was just like a moment on like the second hole today where I had a huge putt to tie the hole 2 holes in, and Wayne Gretzky is standing like 3 feet away from me, and he's breathing down my neck, and I missed the putt, and he just goes, well, there's your first taste of foreplay right there. And we had been talking about it like at lunch and at brunch, and just like he's trying to learn about the business a little bit. And right away, because it was me and my buddy Darren against Wayne Gretzky and Ulf Samuelsson.
Jesus.
So just like 2 icons at Grove 23. And I knew right away, because so I'll go back all the way back. Last night, we're sitting at the bar here at PGA National with the good crew. I know you guys have probably done it a lot of justice, but like impossible to explain how fun this is. These guys are great. The match yesterday was awesome, super well received. We all gel very well at the bar. And then I get a text from my buddy Darren Blake, who works for Horizon Sports. He represents a bunch of guys. Him and his brother Dennis have been in the agency business forever. My buddy Darren's one of my best friends in Scottsdale. He represented Wayne Gretzky for a while. So he's been telling me stories about Wayne forever. And he's super into golf and the whole deal. And he's obviously tied to Dustin Johnson. So it's like there's a million connections. Last night he just goes, yo, you in town. Want to play Grove tomorrow with me and 99. Just the number 99.
That's so good.
That was the text. And I said, yes, I do.
Of course.
Like, yes, I do. And then I was going back on the way to the course this morning, and I woke up this morning. I couldn't tie my shoes in the locker room at Grove 23 because I was so nervous. And I was thinking, like, I started playing hockey when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Hockey got me everything in this life. It's like when I first gelled with my dad and my brother, we would go to hockey camps over the summertime. We would get up at 5, 6 in the morning, freezing cold, like winter days. My old man would like take me and my brother to the ice rink. We would skate all morning. He'd be blowing the whistle. We'd be going to some practice. Your hockey gear is like soaking wet. It's freezing cold outside. It's miserable, but it's like then afterwards you go to Waffle House. We had these bonding experiences. And I'm like, here I am. I'm able to get an invite. Wayne Gretzky's hosting you at Michael Jordan's golf club.
That's insane.
In Florida. And I was just like thinking about that all morning. So we get there, and Grove 23 is very much like they laughed about, because one of the guys in the staff is insane how nice they are. And the place is perfect. The style of golf is what if you just had basically a bunch of people that are very successful with unlimited money, it is precisely how you would do golf. We stopped at the bar twice throughout the round where we did a sit down, and it took us less than 2.5 hours to play a round of golf, and we were never hurrying.
That's crazy.
We were like taking the match very seriously, intense matches.
2.5 hours?
2.5 hours.
How?
They have the golf carts go like, I don't know how fast they go. It's almost like
300 miles per hour?
It's almost like when you're on the water in a boat, and it's going fast, and it's like they're actually telling you it's going 22 miles an hour. I don't want to overdo the cart. It felt like they were going 75. Like we're ripping around in these carts, and then they have a Fore caddy that caddies with you. Shout out to our guy Andy today, who was awesome. And he's on one of those like motorcycle golf cart things with a rake attached to it.
Oh.
And this thing goes, if our cart went 75, this thing went 250. I mean, he's just flying around the property. He was like a drone, basically. He was just wherever you needed him to be, ready to go at all moments.
We talked all episode last week about the timing on the PGA Tour. Whatever they're doing at the Grove, they got to do on the PGA Tour.
Dude, so that part of it is off the charts. And so you're going through the whole thing. So we arrive, we roll into the Grove, and again, the reason I brought that up is somebody in the grill who I met was like, oh, great to see you. And I was like, yeah, first time is amazing. Like, oh, I thought you had been here before. I was like, no, but one of our guys has. Well, it was Lurch. And he goes, yeah, that was kind of a mess, is what he said. And I was like, yeah, well, I think the picture, remember he put the picture out of Jordan and the whole deal.
Oh, right.
So my whole point in like setting it up is like, I don't want to go too in depth about like Grove, because I think part of the allure is like, you're not really supposed to post about it or talk about it.
Sure.
A ton.
Right.
I will say it's unbelievable. And then I'm going to talk a lot about Wayne, because he was making comments throughout the whole round being like, I bet you'll talk about this one of the podcast, like as he's making putts to win holes and stuff.
Yeah.
He loved it. So we get there, go into the locker room, you're tying your shoes. I'm literally shaking. I can't tie my, I forgot how to do the bunny rabbit thing. I was like, couldn't tie my golf shoes in the locker room. Just being like, I don't know who's going to come around the corner. I don't know where Wayne's at. I don't know what to expect today. I don't know if I'm not going to be able to play golf today. Like sometimes I just can't play golf.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what's going on. Roll out. Wayne is sitting in the grill. Him and Ulf Samuelsson. Wayne's about 3/4 of the way through a cigar already. It's 10 a.m. And we walk up. He says hi to my buddy Darren, who they know each other from way back. And there's a moment where he just looks at you, he puts his hand out. I'm like, Sam Bazoyan. He goes, Wayne Gretzky. And you're just like, yep. Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's Wayne fucking Gretzky right there.
99.
Wayne Gretzky, he's like, have a seat. And we sit down. He's like, you need anything to eat? I'm like, no. You need a cocktail? Yeah, sure. So we have a cocktail. And then we sit there for about 30, 45 minutes. We're chatting. They're telling stories. Super nice guys. They're talking about Ted Donato, who was my coach at Harvard, playing hockey. So I'm like making a little bit of a connection. Like I know a little bit of the hockey scene, whatever. And then eventually get up. And then he's just like, you guys want to play golf now? And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll play golf now. Like whatever. So me and Darren get up and we go try to find our clubs thinking they're towards the range and all that. And we're like walking around. We're lost at the Grove. I have to go to the bathroom, whatever. And the guy comes out and he's just like, oh yeah, sorry, your guys' club's over by the first tee. Wayne doesn't hit golf balls.
Incredible.
Okay, no problem. So we go to the first tee, like right as we pull up, Wayne like teeing off already. Wayne Gretzky teeing off already. Hits a good one out there. Ulf Samuelsson hits one out there. Darren hits one out there. Not great. He's like thinking about reloading, but he's like a little nervous. I hit one, duck hook one into the rough.
Oh no.
Caddy's like, yeah, it's totally safe, but whatever. So I'm like, safe. We got to get out of here, dude. We got to get off. And it's like a wide open environment. I'm talking like floor to ceiling windows, people everywhere. So you're sort of just like, I'm like, we got to get out of here. And Darren's like, you're right. We got to get out of here. And then Wayne Gretzky looks at me and he goes, you should reload.
Oh
No.
I'm like,
no way.
I got to reload. Oh no. Step up, pipe one down the middle.
Oh, thank God.
Pipe one down the middle. And it's right away, it's that environment where like Wayne's telling Ulf Samuelsson stories like while you're hitting, which is great. It's actually like relaxes you a little bit. He's not like quietly sitting there staring at you. So we go down, a little bit of rain kicks in. So on the very first green, Wayne's like, we got to go back to the bar. We got to go back to the bar and sit this one out for a minute. So we drive these carts going, 75 down the fairway, back into the clubhouse, grab another cocktail, wait it out, go back out. Very second hole, we're like even, the match is even through this. It's Wayne and Ulf against me and Darren. And we go back and, second hole, hit a great one down there. I throw one in there tight into the wind. By the way, it's blowing like 40. I don't know if it was blowing here.
Oh, it was.
Oh my God.
Not easy.
It was impossible all day.
It was really hard all day.
So it's blowing like 30 or 40, gusting to like 30 or 40, blowing probably 20, 25 consistent.
Yeah, it was tough.
So throw like a really good one in on the second hole in there tight. And Wayne just kind of looks back, doesn't say anything, steps up, throws one in there like just inside of me. And he's not like, he's just looking around, like he's giving you looks. And you're like, okay. So we go up there, we have that moment in the second green where I run my lag putt. I had like 20 feet for birdie, run it like 6 feet by. He does the whole thing where he stands right next to me while I'm putting. I miss the putt. He makes a little foreplay quip. And then by the third tee, I'm looking at Darren at the cart and I'm like, fuck Wayne Gretzky. We're here to win this golf match.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the day, that was just the whole vibe the whole time. Was we were here to win. So him and Ulf, they go 3 up. Me and Darren come barreling back. We're playing great on the back, and we get it. And Wayne Gretzky is just inside of 10 feet, a machine.
Oh my God.
He's making everything. Like we're tee to green.
What's his handicap?
Ahead of them. So he's trying to claim. He's like, well, you don't understand, Riggs. He's like, 3 weeks ago I shot a 96. My handicap's up there. It's like a 14, and I was like, bullshit. Everybody's laughing. The caddies laugh. Like, you're not a 14.
Right.
Bullshit. Whatever. He's like, whatever. So the next hole he steps up, pipes one down, then walks by me and goes, best 14 in America. And like just striping shots and just making putts. Then we come down to the 15th hole. Is like this par 3. There's like a whole lagoon kind of up the left, into the wind, hard off the right. And it's a right pin, and I like to draw the ball. So I step up, me and Darren got the honor, and I hit this like 8-iron from 138, playing like 155 that like we thought almost went in. Like started over the right bunker, drawing in with the wind, lands on there. And Wayne, all he says, he goes, yeah, good shot, Riggs, not bad. Okay. His partner hits one, they both go left, tough spot. Wayne steps up, he probably had like a 6-iron in his hand, throws one right on top of mine.
Oh my God.
And then right after he hits that, he goes, nickname's not an accident.
He did not say that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. That's
dead
fucking
serious.
nuts.
Nickname's not an accident. Like dead serious.
Are
That's-
you serious?
Like,
That's better than Ain't No Hobby.
it was like this the whole day.
Nickname's not an accident.
It was like this the whole day with this guy. He was unbelievable. He was just
Wow.
and he just wanted to win. It was like from the moment we got, like I said, that second
That's
or third
I
hole.
am so scared of people like that.
Oh man.
Those people who are just there to win, I'm terrified of.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
That level of competition is hard. I don't have it in me.
I don't either.
And
Did
I'd
you
happily
end up?
just
Did he end up winning, or
bend
you
the
won?
knee.
So we go 15. He's like a foot behind me, hits a great putt, barely misses. I hit one that's going dead center from like 10 feet. I walk it in, and it does a full 360 lip out.
Oh.
And he just scoops the ball, and he goes, "That's a real shame."
Oh,
So didn't win that one. We get all the way down. By the way, Darren, because I hit a couple squirrely ones on 16 and 17. Darren makes huge like 8-footers to keep us in it. Of course, Darren makes an 8-footer on 17 to keep us in it. Wayne Gretzky, the great one, has like 5 feet to tie the hole, drills it in there, of course. And then we go up to 18, and it's the only I'm not going to post the video, but it's the only video I took all day. It was like Wayne Gretzky's got like a 3-wood into the 18th hole at the Grove, wind blowing hard off the left. I'm on the green, like I hit one way up there, so I got a wedge in. Darren's already hit one up there in a pretty decent spot. He just hits this like 3-wood to like 15 feet.
Jesus.
And as he hits it, he backs up and is like singing a song as the ball's in the air. I'll show you guys a video after. I don't want to post it.
What is
But
happening?
dead serious. Ball comes, lands right down on the pin, like 15, 20 feet short of it. I hit a wedge to like 40 feet. Lag went up there. Darren lags went up there. And then as we're lagging these putts up, he's just standing there going, "That's not going to be enough. Nope, it's not going to be enough."
oh my God.
Just dude, lags
What a
went up there
legend.
as the ball's like rolling up to the hole. It doesn't quite go in, but he just goes, "That's one up. That's one up." So I lost $100 to Wayne Gretzky, and then I put the card in my thing, but as we finish, he didn't even blink. I sent the picture to Jones Jerry. He didn't even blink. He just signed on the scorecard in black Sharpie. He just wrote 2 rigs, great day, Wayne Gretzky 99, and just
Amazing.
handed it to me afterwards.
He knows.
Yeah,
100% knows.
that's phenomenal.
Just handed it to me. It's
Cool.
It was awesome. All protein bars generally taste the same, but not one protein bars.
These are phenomenal.
They're so good.
I ran out of treats on Halloween. We ran out of them, and we gave a 1 protein bar to somebody.
Did
And-
you?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
And
I bet they were thrilled.
their face lit up. They're like, "'Cause this is different." Like, "Oh, it's got the Reese's on there." You're like, "Whoa, this is incredible."
Did you tell them about the 18
Little
grams of
did they
protein? Did you tell
know
them to
that
them?
there was 18 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar.
Healthiest thing they got all day.
Healthiest thing they got all day. Gave them energy. Probably filled them up perfectly. It was, like you don't need to be able to
Had to.
snack all day. Like this is something that will get you from lunch to dinner. I have these in my house. I've got the cookies and cream one. I've got the Reese's one, and I eat a ton of these. They really do get me through the week.
Agreed.
Only one Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers protein bar is made with Reese's Peanut Butter, and only one Hershey's Cookie and Cream protein bar is actually made with Hershey's Cookie Bits. Go check these out. Again, 18 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar. Try the new one Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers protein bar and one Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Check them out now. They're fantastic.
Frankie, question to you. Do you think at any point if you had played with him, you would have said, do you think you could play in today's NHL?
Yeah, I would have brought it up.
You would have?
Yeah.
After hearing that story?
Oh, but if you're like, he still was like one of the boys, like talking,
The best.
chopping it up.
I'm telling
he
you.
would have loved it.
The best.
Guy said nickname's not an accident.
It's incredible.
He hit one drive, and it was like he was doing that, and then also he hit one drive where he like fanned one of the right bunker, and he just said in the air, he goes, "God, Wayne, you're just the fucking worst." And I'm like, that's Wayne Gretzky self-talking negatively, Wayne Gretzky,
Right.
as his ball was in the air, and he was chopping it up the whole time. Super nice to the entire staff. Everybody in there loves him. People are coming up being like, "Oh, you guys are with Wayne today. That's gonna be a good time." Like he's just,
Wow.
oh, he was just phenomenal.
That's amazing, dude.
Phenomenal. It was
Wow.
off the charts.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. One of my favorite Wayne Gretzky stories that I probably would bring up to him would be that when they lost the Stanley Cup in '83 to the Islanders, it was the Islanders' 4th straight Stanley Cup that they had won. And he walked by their locker room at the Nassau Coliseum afterwards and looked in and noticed like no one was even going crazy. Like they were just taking off their gear, like dapping each other up, just being like, "All right, boys, like great season." And he remembers walking to like the bus being like, "What the fuck? Like these guys, this is just like so easy for them."
Yeah.
And it's and like they are such a brotherhood, and they're not shocked by their success.
Right.
That something changed in his brain that summer, came back, beat them in the Stanley Cup the next year, and went on his run.
Interesting.
So it's like it's really interesting that he like needed that moment to like see another group of guys to be like, this is what we need, guys. Like we need this.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, and there's been other stories. And then you hear Trottier from the Islanders talk about, like, we wanted to celebrate. We were just so tired. We were so fucking exhausted. 4 straight Stanley Cups, 19 straight playoff series wins.
It's just how you see it.
He's like, he's like, I'm sure like 10 minutes before that we were going nuts, but he's like, we were exhausted.
You guys, they woke a monster.
Yeah, they woke up a monster. It's funny.
No.
But what a legend, man. Like, that's a great story.
It was great. And then there's a story that I've heard my buddy Darren tell before. But him and like Wayne Gretzky told this story at lunch afterwards, like an hour ago or so. And the whole thing goes, Kelly Chase, who played for the St. Louis Blues forever, he's a total legend. He was actually a part owner of the St. Louis Bandits, which is the junior hockey team that I played for with John Cooper as our head coach. So I like a lot of connections with Kelly Chase. He's like this aggressive bulldog that kind of played for the Blues, boys with Gretzky and with Darren and this whole crew. And they're telling this story about they're up in Calgary like years and years ago. And I guess Chaser was supposed to be that night emceeing this dinner where he was going to like introduce Wayne Gretzky in between, and he was in between Wayne Gretzky and Gordie Howe. So he's introducing the two of them. And Chaser's like the life of the party, man. Like he's always telling stories, jokes. And they're like, we're at breakfast that morning, and Chaser's just sitting there, dead silent, stone cold, nothing. And eventually, like Gretz is sitting there hanging. He's looking over at him. He's like, Chaser, what's going on? Why are you so quiet? Chaser's like, dude, I got 3,000 people tonight. It's a huge dinner. 3,000 people. I got to MC this thing, and I'm working on I got to introduce you. And Gret's like, what's the issue with that? Like, you're a pretty good talker. What's the problem? He's like, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to, like, I got to memorize your records. I got to go through the whole thing. And Gretzky looks at him and goes, memorize my records? He goes, what's so difficult about just standing up there and going, the most, the most, the most, the most?
Savage, dude. Savage.
It's so good.
Savage.
The most.
Just the most,
man.
the most.
Wow.
So yeah, it was like that the whole day, and he's taking care of everything. I mean, I was thinking, like, as I'm ordering my lunch, I'm like, Wayne Gretzky, this is just going on Wayne Gretzky's account, and he's just like, oh yeah, Riggs, great, great to have you here, no problem.
Wow,
it was insane.
The course was phenomenal.
Yeah, great condition, super windy, just because there's also there's nothing blocking it there at all.
Right,
the Grove is like wide open.
For the range is sick.
Range and all the facilities, like we saw Keegan Bradley up there. He jumped out of his chair, came over and said hi. So like Keegan was up there.
Lives there.
Yeah, he's there a lot.
Like 24/7 it feels
super
like.
nice. He popped up, came over, said hi, and I was asking, like, there's like the little parts of the day that you don't think about in real time, but like looking back on are awesome. It's like at one part while the other two guys are putting around, me and Wayne Gretzky are standing right next to each other at the edge of the green. I'm just like, so does like Dustin and those guys come up here and like play a lot, or he's like, they come practice a lot. He's like, the practice facility's off the charts. They built it kind of like Augusta. Yeah. So he's like, you'll see him out here grinding more than playing.
I had heard today someone was talking about that they built a fairway on the driving range that's like PGA Tour size, and another one that's US Open size, like right next to each other, so the guys can dial in like thin, like how it sort of thins out. And they've thought of everything.
Wayne doesn't hit golf balls, so I don't know.
You have no idea.
You went right to the first tee.
Never saw it.
Yeah,
we could see it peripherally, like as we were cruising.
And then
around.
they said that they have a green that is actually built for aim points, so it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh wow!
Like slope.
Yeah.
So you can actually practice. This is what a 1 feels like.
I'm not surprised because they have, like, when we did the Apogee thing last year, it's like in that same area, Hobe Sound.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
So there's unlimited space.
Yeah.
And like perfect conditions. So they can just kind of build whatever. And again, you looked out there and there were like, I saw 3 or 4 different kinds of greens. Yeah. Huge like facilities.
They said there's 2 greens that are identical to Augusta, so that's why all the guys go there and practice. I mean, it's amazing. It's a paradise. Especially it's a pros paradise, which means it has to be the best.
Yeah.
Any Michael Jordan anything?
Michael was not around.
Okay.
Oh man.
I noticed that throughout the whole day too. Everyone would just say the name Michael. It wasn't MJ. It wasn't Joe. It was just people were like, Michael. Oh, Michael.
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 Michael was not around. Okay.
Michael was he was not around. There were not that many people out there. It was like kind of.
We played 2.5 hours, so.
We played. So I saw Russell Knox. He was out there. He had some buddies in.
Okay.
Because he's a Scottish guy. He had a bunch of buddies in. So they were out there playing. He was super nice. Chatted with him for a couple minutes.
Did you guys get the drone delivery?
No drone delivery. We kind of just, it was also just, I was like, whatever Wayne was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was one of those.
Just
It's
follow
like,
Wayne.
if Wayne didn't order breakfast, I didn't order breakfast.
Yeah.
If Wayne ordered a cocktail, cocktail.
Wayne didn't go to the range. You're not going to the range.
No range.
Right.
That was
Do
just
as Wayne does.
whatever
That's a
Wayne's
great one
doing.
does.
Or Gretz.
Nickname's not an accident. Is that what it was?
Nickname's not an
Nickname's not
accident.
an accident. Insane.
I'm thrilled for you. That's an unbelievable
Yeah,
day.
that's awesome.
It was wild. It was very wild. It was it was cool.
Did you tell him about like, you were like, well, I played hockey. Like, are you saying that to Wayne Gretzky?
It's weird because you
For
want
sure.
to you want him to know that you're at least versed enough in the game
Yes.
to have a discussion, but not to like in any way try to pull yourself up to anywhere close to a level that he would. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's somewhere in between there. Luckily, Darren, who's the best, was sort of like ushering that part of the conversation. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Wayne, like Riggs played for Ted Donato at Harvard," and then he would right away be like, "Oh, his son actually is having a really good year this year," like right away. He knew, and it's also, I mean, I know he does all the TNT stuff, and he brought up Biz, he brought up Whitney, he brought up like the Chicklets,
Yeah.
and that he's like,
That's
you work with
awesome.
those guys, yeah, right away. And I was like, oh yeah, and he was laughing, he was talking about the golf stuff that they do, and I was like, oh yeah, they do the sandbagger. He was talking about that, and he I think there's a very good chance we're just gonna have Wayne Gretzky on this podcast.
Really?
He was saying multiple times throughout the round, he's like, can't wait to talk about this on your podcast.
Wow.
Kept saying that on the
Okay.
show.
Need
Like-
it today.
I know.
Like, imagine he would have walked in this room.
There was
I
like
lost my
Darren was
mind.
saying, he's like, it's not crazy to think. It wasn't that. That's how we were just vibing. It was like the vibes were great. There were laughs all
We
day.
got to get him in a video.
Chirping. Video would be great. And he's doing stuff. You know, they announced he's in that match.
Oh, he is doing the match.
So
That's
that
right.
match is whatever it is, November 21st. But he like announced that he's in that. It's like
Yep.
Phelps and all these
All
guys.
right.
Bill Murray.
Oh, Nate Bargatze's doing that.
He is
Bargatze's
doing that.
doing
I
it.
just saw that.
So yeah, he's sort of getting into that world, but he was very, because again, I wasn't sure if it was like go in, don't talk about any of it, whatever. And he was the one like making the comments about like this would be good for a podcast as he's like making shots to win holes against me.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it was
What a
Wayne
day.
Gretzky.
it was something, man. It was cool.
It's really as high as it gets, like in sports, you know? Just
Yes.
like to be that dominant and that much the best.
I don't know about you guys, but to me, the holidays are all about stuffing your face with home cooked meals until you can barely move.
That's
That
the truth,
sounds
man. That's the truth.
amazing.
What you just said is the truth.
But what about doing the dishes? Nobody wants to spend hours in the kitchen fighting with a sticky pan. That's why you need Hexclad, the cookware that's basically a holiday miracle.
Wow. Talk to me about this.
Hexclad's 6-piece set is the perfect starter bundle to enjoy the incredible versatility of their products. The set features 6 of their most popular pots and pans with an accompanying lid that can handle all of your holiday cooking needs. Your kitchen will never be the same, so say goodbye to sticking, burning, and uneven cooking, and hello to perfection with every dish. This is huge because I've talked a lot about the fact that I find it nice when people home cook meals. I
Yeah.
find it cool. I find it a fun, probably hobby to get into, but I despise all the other stuff that comes with it to the point where it's not worth it. And most of the time I just decide to order in because I feel like doing the dishes and the stickiness and the uncleanliness and all that is just not worth it. Enter Hexclad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people that cook, they take pots and pans for granted. And so, you know, you really need to make sure that you're upgrading these things because it does affect the way that your meal comes out. It affects the way that your night is going to go because if it's something that all the grease and the cheese and the sauce is burning onto these pans and you got to scrape them off, you got to let them soak. It's like, let's just avoid all that. Make sure we're getting the stuff that we need to be getting. Make sure that we're upgrading our pots and pans because like I want to take a look at these things. Like there's nothing better. It may seem pretty simple, but there's nothing better when you get a new set like that. You know,
It's exciting.
It's just brand new, spanking new. You're not going to burn yourself. You're going to be able to do everything you need to do with ease. I'm going to take a look at this link.
And I'm going to get you a little 10% off
Oh,
as
wow.
well. So whether you're treating yourself or looking for that perfect gift, now is the time to snag the cookware that everyone's talking about. For a limited time only, our listeners get 10% off your order with this link. Just head over to hexclad.com/foreplay. Support our show. Check them out. That is hexclad.com/foreplay. Bon appetit. Let's eat with Hexclad's revolutionary cookware. Happy cooking and happy holidays.
Do you guys think that Wayne Gretzky is the Michael Jordan of hockey, or Michael Jordan is the Wayne Gretzky of basketball?
That hurt.
I think
That fucking hurt. That hurt my brain.
the end of that hurt. I was trying to really.
Me
I knew what
too.
you're saying, but I was like,
It doesn't even. I don't even know if it makes sense, but it was something I was thinking about.
How many cups does Gretzky have?
4.
4.
Jordan has 6 titles.
But he doesn't statistically dominate the game of basketball like Wayne did in hockey.
No, but I would say, talking at the table about the stuff that was talked about, Wayne puts an enormous amount of priority on championships when it comes to like discussing people's careers.
Gotcha.
There was a lot of that kind of chatter about all kinds of stuff.
You
and he
could
was
take
like,
every
championships.
single goal that Wayne Gretzky scored away, and he would still have the most points of all time.
Just by
Just
assists.
by assists.
That's insane.
Isn't that outrageous?
But he's about to be passed by Ovechkin.
yeah,
in
probably next
goals.
year.
Right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
goals. He will be.
Did anyone talk to him about that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Dare
How's
we
it feel?
ask about his feelings about whether Ovechkin is a worthy sort
Maybe
of
we could save it
successor
for
to
when we
that
interview
title?
him.
I think in the middle of that part of the conversation, probably the funniest thing I ever witnessed, he looked up and said, "It's pretty good soup," is what he said.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Mm.
He just legit was licking his lips and goes, "It's pretty good soup they got here."
Guys like that, and we touched on earlier, they're just different.
Totally.
They're very different.
Yeah.
Fucking guy's awesome. He was 10 times cooler than I thought he was going to be. And I
Great.
thought he was going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That's very
amazing.
cool.
I wonder about the dynamic of him playing golf with Dustin Johnson. Because obviously Wayne Gretzky is very competitive, but you just can't really compete in golf against Dustin Johnson
No.
on a fun level. What does he get? 2 strokes a hole? I mean, it's, like, how do
Right.
you figure that out?
How
They've
could you-
definitely played together
Yes.
Sure.
And
played matches.
just seeing how competitive he is still, like I understand, like that must be, they got to have a way because he would not just go out there and slap. Like, he wants to,
Right.
he needs to have putts that mean something. He likes it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Cool,
how you
man.
could possibly do that.
Very cool.
It was
What a
something.
guy.
It was something. What a surreal day. Shout
gonna
out to my buddy Darren who orchestrated the whole thing.
I'm going to be thinking about nicknames not an accident for a long time.
Yeah, nickname's not an accident.
Amazing.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, what a day. What an absolute day.
What a
What an
day.
ending is right. That's all I think we've got here, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go to dinner in Jupiter and take some photos. We've got a lot of great merchandise coming out for Black Friday, so make sure that you are geared up for that. You can kind of see us teasing some of it right now. The hats are all time. We really, really have dialed in the quality of these things. They're unbelievable. The customization on the inside is amazing. So shout out to our merch team, and we're going to do that, and that's it. Another day at PGA National tomorrow.
Boom.
Happy Election Day.
Awesome.
Happy election day.
Yeah.
We'll have
times.
a new president elect, most likely.
Most
next time we
likely.
do a show.
That's
True.
nuts.
I don't know.
All right. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.